Hi, Guten Tag from Switzerland.
Do you like our backdrop?
This
Just the Alps.
is our view from our
We're just
hostel.
on our terrace. Our room is right behind us. This has
It's
been nice.
awesome.
Today's June 4th. It's minus 48, checking in with episode 17. I think Jen needs to take over. If you will.
So, in our previous video, I warned you that we might come with some crazy stuff. And crazy stuff today for you I have. So just half an hour ago, I free fell from a cliff. It was crazy. Yeah.
I
So,
watched. It was great.
Well, here's the story. We signed up for bungee jumping. Rachel was like, no way. I was like, all right, I understand this. You literally sign your life away and then just jump off a cliff, which is exactly what I did. But we got there. They picked us up in Grindelwald, right by the station, and they were like, hey, so you're the only one who wants to bungee jump, so we don't have enough staff here, so you could do that. Why don't you just do this free fall instead?
Like canyon swing.
Yeah.
It was called.
So it was kind of like the same thing essentially. And I get to go for a longer period of time, and the rope was longer, so I had a farther jump.
And she also doesn't boing back.
Right.
Like with jumping.
So yeah. So it's just a tight rope. So I jumped and then just. It was crazy. I don't remember off the top of my head how high we were
I don't remember either.
when we jumped.
About 80 meters. Does that sound
Was
familiar?
the jump. It was a 4-second jump, and then you were swinging. But it was crazy and awesome. It was so cool. I was one of the last people, unfortunately, so I got to watch everyone fall to their deaths. And this one guy did a backflip off the stage, so that was awesome.
This other guy jumped off and climbed the rope, which
Yes.
is the one thing you shouldn't have done.
You should, because it pulls, and he had all these blisters. But this is also the kid who asked the camera guy who was hanging out on a rope if he was going to take pictures.
While
when
when he jumped.
Yeah, he's like, are you going to take it when I jump? He's
The guy's like, shut
I'm not even going to answer that question. So, before that, we went on this gorgeous, super awesome hike. And it was about 3 hours. And we went up to Bort. And you got to see all the major peaks, which was so cool.
We saw, because we got up and we were it was a little cold, so we were okay, we geared up. The clouds were over, so we just saw, less than what you're seeing right now.
Quarter.
And we're okay, I hope it clears up, And so we started walking, and sure enough, it cleared up. We saw this one, I think the one that you guys are looking at is Eiger.
Yeah. Which is the tallest one.
No, it's not the tallest one. That's the second tallest one. That was the one that was 39, and there's one that's 42, and that's over this way. But the clouds cleared up and we saw it all, and it was breath. Oh my god!
It was so crazy.
It was
huge.
amazing. It made everything. Oh, that's why there was no episode yesterday, because we had an adventure yesterday.
We didn't have any time. We got on our train, realized you needed a reservation, which they did not tell us, and we asked them
specifically
twice if we needed a reservation.
So both times that we've had train issues have not been our fault.
Weird.
Side note.
So, the next train was at 4:30, and that's when we were supposed to be getting into Grindelwald.
So we were 8 hours behind.
Yeah. And, oddly enough, we found, we were definitely preoccupied for the whole 7 hours that we were just at the train station.
Yeah.
And, Rachel won the Jellies and Speed Championship
tournament.
But hopefully I'll come back. Speed Demon Rachel. Hopefully
She's
I'll
White
come
Lightning.
back from that.
I'm Speed Demon. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah. And then, so then we had to take all these connecting trains, and then we had to take a bus and a taxi, and I was surprised.
We got into Grindelwald at about midnight last night.
Yeah, so it was really
just
crappy.
Called a taxi, and we're like, alright, we're going to pay that just so we can get here without no. So, besides all that, everything that happened today was completely
worth it.
What we went through yesterday. It was amazing. It's you can't even really describe what we're seeing.
Yeah, this doesn't do it justice.
At all. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure you guys think it's cool, hopefully. But, it's like a fairy tale.
Yeah, this is where it all comes from. Seriously.
Yeah. But it was, I don't even know.
Yeah. I know.
We got to the top of Bort, which we gotta get the elevation.
Of what Bort was.
It was, oh my gosh, if we don't look good when we get back,
And the
then
way
something's
it was
wrong.
just like a straight up incline.
It was like-
literally, if I put my head forward, I could have hit.
It was
this
like
concrete.
we're walking like 75% of, yeah, pretty much.
It was
like
insane.
up a probably a good like 70-degree incline.
I was able to
So
And then
it was,
we walked
but we got to
through-
the top and
Yes.
we drank some beers, some Swiss beer.
Yep, straight
And-
from Interlaken.
Mm-hmm. And then we saw St. Bernard. Oh, well, it's a Bernese Mountain Dog, but like a St. Bernard, and that was really nice.
Got our dog fix.
Yeah, it made us really miss our dogs, but we
We're
got
coming.
our dog fix. We're coming.
We would post this one on their Facebook walls
If they had
a
them.
Facebook.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just been incredible. You
Yeah.
can't really describe. The hike was so cool because it was just like us, the whole like hike. So we're hiking down, and okay,
Yeah.
so they tell us to take these trails, and we get to the trails and they're roped off, and we're like, well, what the heck?
So what do?
We climb over the rope.
And there was like 3 gates. There was a rope and then a gate. And we just shoved
maneuvered
around
And
it.
it was fine going up, but then coming down, there was a rope, and we're like, all right, you know what? Just like going down, just like going up. And it turns out it was roped off because the cows were grazing in there. So
Yeah.
we're walking with like cows on like 10 feet from us on either side.
It's
Like,
pretty terrifying. And they're like kind of looking at you like, what are you
Yeah.
about to
it
do?
was a little scary.
We're here though, so that's
We made it
good.
back.
So this is minus 41 checking in. Our first video under 10 minutes in a long time.
How about that?
We did the most today, which I think is funny, but
Yeah,
I just can't even, like, there's no words to describe.
yeah, I mean, we
how
told you what we
beautiful
did, but
this is.
you can't, you
Yeah.
really can't,
We'll show you pictures when we get back.
if that takes it justice. Okay, top of the manhole to ya.
Thanks for stopping by.
See you tomorrow.